Hello all, welcome to this session on unit test with Ceedling. So in this session we will understand how to create a new project using Ceedling, and then we will create one function, and for we will write a test case for that function. This is just a simple program, this simple project we will create so that anyone who is beginner can also understand how what the unit test means and how to begin with Steadling. So I just created one workspace, a Seedling workspace. I think, hope you know how to open this Seedling workspace by just creating one folder and opening the workspace. I just yeah, you can do that one. So now how to create seedling project now. So just there is a terminal, go to terminal. The command for creating seedling project is seedling new. You can mention new. Here you can give a name for your project. I will give UTN seedling. Okay. Okay, so now if you observe here, it is going to create the name which I given here, the same name. It will going to create one folder. Okay, inside this there is one more folder in the SRC. SRC is something where we can keep all our source file which we are going to test it, and this is a test folder where we will keep our all our unit test source file which is going to test all our source file. This one we will explore this project.yml later, so just ignore this one. Then we will create one source file, just a simple source file. We'll create we will create one add.c file. Okay, so it is going to perform. Okay, it is going to perform addition of two numbers. Okay, the motive of this function to add the two number and return the addition of the result of the number, addition of these two, a and b. Okay, this is very simple function which is going to perform the addition of a plus b and returning whatever the value we want. We all know this part. Okay, then in the test file, okay, so here we need to create our unit test for this file. So for a better convention, first mandatory thing we need to use test underscore. This is mandatory mandatory thing you need to use for creating a test file in Seedling. Okay, and then after this you need to mention, you can mention it is a user defined one. You can give a name whichever you want, but I would say give a name which is as a source file which is going to test inside this one. I'm giving add here .c. That's it. So this is a unit test source file which is created for unit testing add.c source file. Okay, first and foremost thing here we need to include, okay, unity.h. Okay, this unity.h file contains some macros which we can directly use for testing or comparing two variables. This is a seedling provided header file which we can be used for unit testing purpose. Okay, after this, here you need to mention file under test. Okay, so here which file we are going to test, you can include that one, add.c. Okay, so we have included everything, file under test, and we have included header file also. So now let's start writing test case for that one. Okay, so how to create a test case for to unit test the function add. Okay, so please and listen carefully here. We need to provide test underscore here. If you are not providing a test underscore here, the seedling will not consider this function as a test case for its input while building. Okay, so here test underscore we are testing add function. Yeah, you can mention same way. That's it. You can give a same thing. We know this declaration definition of how to create an empty definition now. Okay, now we created a test case. Inside this we need to write unit test for that function add. Okay, there's the three things we need to provide inside this one. First thing is we need to prepare our input data. Okay, after this we need to call the function under test. Okay, then third point is validate the result. Okay, so these are the main three important points we need to focus while testing any functions. Okay, so okay, we input data. Okay, anyhow this add function is returning addition of two number. I will take the output into one result variable. Okay, so I will call this function. I will call the function under test add, and I will pass 2 comma 3. So this one is going to return addition of these two numbers. That result should be 5. Obviously it is 5 only. So we need to validate the result. Okay, so how to validate that result? In unit testing, to compare um, two variables, or to compare the contents of two objects, we have one macro, function macro called test underscore assert. Now you can see here there are so many things are there. Okay, here are the different function macro which is provided by Ceedling for comparing for different use cases. These all are present you in this header file. So we want to compare the content of result, right? So how to compare that one? There is an API called equal. Okay, here, yes, this is an one API which we can use for comparing the result variable. So first argument we need to provide here expected value. So what I'm expecting is when this function gets called, it is returning 5. So I'm expecting 5 here. And the actual value, what is the actual value? The actual value will be present in the result variable, right? So I want this actual value here. Okay, okay, now cool. Now we created one test function. We are giving input to that function and checking, and here validating the result that it is containing 5 only. Okay, So we will understand this what are all the different macros present, and how we can use for different use cases. We will understand in the next session. um, so now everything is set up right. So now we need to give a build for this one. Okay, now go to the folder. It's there in this one. We need to go inside this one. So Ceedling, sorry, CD, go to UT, yes. So now we are into this one. Now we can trigger the command to build. Um, the command for giving the build is test all. Okay, this command is going to test the function add, and it will show the result now. So yes, so if you see, we are testing here the result is 5 or not. Yes, it's 5 only. That's why it is saying the pass. Tested one function and it is passed. And if it is failed, it will show here as 1. And all the build folder, you can explore this one. Inside this, we can the output of this CMOC Unity, the output file of once giving the build of this one will be present into this one. That's it. That's it. How this is how we can test, write a test case uh, to complete unit test